Hi guys. We are working out some technical difficulties, but it is possible that we just recorded a 26-minute video and then deleted it. So, and then we made a really cute outtake video or something behind the scenes and deleted that one too. How do you feel about that?
I feel very frustrated and flabbergasted.
I'm going to do an O&D. That's an observe and describe. Right now I am feeling frustrated, and my action urge is to throw Jess's computer out the window.
I agree.
Okay, so should we just re-record the video here and then hope that YouTube in the background is doing its magical great thing, because YouTube is really amazing and it's not.
We love you, YouTube.
Our video. Okay. So, well, to the Anon who suggested the Tonight ice cream, it was really good. 10 out of 10. Would eat again. But it's all gone because I already ate it and it was really good. So, that's that. So, I guess, here we go again. I know, should we just do it all again? Okay,
Yes.
let's do a just like quick rapid fire one.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. All right, so embarrassing moment. As you guys know, hopefully know, I was working in a preschool over the summer, and after lunch we would put the kids down to do nap time, and we had these cots that we would lay out around the preschool, and we'd put them away again after nap time was over. They like stacked up in the corner. And so kids are not supposed to be left alone in a room without a staff. And there are two rooms to the preschool. There is like one really big main one, and then there's a smaller room off to the side. And so I was in the smaller room with probably, 5 kids. And the older kids, once they wake up, they don't have to wait until the end of nap time. They can get up and start either like reading a book or coloring or whatever. And so I thought all the kids had gotten up and we were kind of playing, and then we went into the other room and there was nobody left in the room. So I went into the main classroom, and a couple minutes later, another teacher went into that other second room to put the cots away and came back in and was like, there was a kid still asleep in there. And I was like, what? And there was a kid asleep in one of the cots that I thought was just a bundle of blankets. So I forgot a kid. So that was really, really, really embarrassing. And I'd only been there for like a month. So yeah, that was super embarrassing.
Like during my orientation period, when I first started working as a nurse's aide at a hospital, I was in the kitchen getting orange juice for one of my patients, and I shook it, and I didn't realize the cover wasn't on, and it went everywhere, all over my scrubs, all over the floor. Everything was sticky, and a nurse was walking by when it happened. She's like, oh, the new girl. And then, like, she just threw, like, chucks all over the ground. She's like, it's going to leave everything all sticky. And I was covered in it, so I had to wear these, like, XXL, like, hospital wrinkly scrubs and clean the floor up for a while, and I was humiliated.
So funny memory with a friend you don't get to see a lot when reunited. So my friend E, who I went and visited over the summer, she lives in New Jersey. We always sprint towards each other and just grab each other in these really tight hugs. And we hug for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if we're in public, wherever. We just stand there just like, and she gives the best hugs. So, you want to share your bean story?
Okay, I didn't see my best friend Bean in a really long time, like over a year, and I was driving, my friend was driving down to Mass, and I was with him in the car, and we were going by her exit on the highway, so I was like, oh, we should go visit Bean, and I know she doesn't lock her door.
She broke into the house.
I just walked into her kitchen and stood there as she was standing the other way, like stirring something on the stove. And I was just standing in her kitchen, and we hadn't seen each other in over a year. And it was just like the best moment ever. And it was just really funny because I surprised her so much.
Hi, Bean.
Hi, Bean.
Top 5 ice cream toppings. Cookie dough, peanut butter cookie dough, Reese's Cups, crushed Oreos, and caramel sauce. Favorite lyrics. Now that I'm clean, I'm never... Oh, wait. Just because you're clean don't mean you don't miss it. Now that I'm clean, I'm never going to risk it. Applies to my recovery.
Same, pretty much.
Baby name. My top baby name is Lily.
Mine is Anna.
Turn-ons, humor is... I'm just going to go with that one because I had a few, but humor is like really top of the list. Humor and kindness.
Yeah. Kindness, humor, big smile.
Dimples too.
Dimples.
Turn-offs when someone smells bad.
Yeah, when someone smells bad or if someone's an ass.
Or smells like an ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, best dance song, Shake It Off.
Agreed.
Or Kesha. I love Kesha. I know that's kind of embarrassing, but
No,
I love
Kesha.
I love her. Weird combination of flavors that you like. I like milk in all of my tea, no matter what type of tea it is. I like milk with all of them. Food most people love that you hate, bacon. I hate bacon. I've always hated bacon, and everyone looks at me like I'm crazy, but I don't like it. Funny makeout story. I couldn't think of a specific one, but when you bump teeth when you're making out is like, that's the most awkward thing ever, and I just want to like drop everything and just cry whenever that happens because it's just so awkward, and the moment is just totally killed. Hate it.
I was in high school and I had my like newer boyfriend over the house. I didn't know him that well. We worked together, and my parents had pizza upstairs and offered him a slice, and of course he chose the anchovy kind. And so his breath stunk, and then he wanted to like make out downstairs, so he was like making out with me with anchovy breath, and it was so disgusting, and I was gagging while we were making out, and I was just like, sorry, no.
I lost my... someone who calls your BS and whose judgment you trust. My roommate from downstairs, C. She reads tarot cards, and she can always tell when I'm hiding something from her. So she calls me out on my BS, and she's great. I love her.
For me, it would be my counselor, Brittany. She's my community counselor.
Favorite flower, lily or a lotus or daisy?
Lilies.
Show us your tats. Okay. So this is a dandelion, but instead of seeds floating out, it's birds. This is the Japanese symbol for bravery or courage. That was the first place I ever cut, so it was to try and be brave and not cut. Oops. Okay. This is a swallow that was for my best friend who passed away. She had 2 swallow tattoos on her ribs, and so I put her right over my heart, so she's always on my heart. That was my first tattoo. It's a butterfly tattoo for my sister who passed away. This one is my favorite quote. The day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. And then, and that refers to my recovery. And then I have the eating disorder recovery symbol on my side, which I'm not going to show.
I have, okay. This is the word serenity, and it's in Radiantly Kyle's handwriting.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. Love you. And she has a matching one. She has a matching one, except for it's in my writing. We got them together when I went to Michigan to visit her. Me and my mom have these. It says love. It's kind of crappy writing, but we have love on our wrists. And then I also, because I'm a musician, I played the flute. I have a treble clef behind my ear. That's what I got.
Who will be your kid's godmother? So my friend E, she, pretty early on when we met, she's in recovery from a lot of things too, and we met in treatment, and after we both got out, she had this really vivid dream about my future daughter, and could describe like all the details of her, and she dreams about her a lot actually, and so she's kind of a motivation that we talk about a lot. If either of us are struggling Like, she'll tell me, remember, you have to live for your daughter, and I'll tell her, remember, you have to live so you can meet my daughter. So she would be my first child's godmother. One wish for a friend, my best friend B, who is in Miami. She's feeling really lonely, so my wish for her is that she starts to make friends and settle in there, but not too much because I want her to move back. And one wish for myself is that I learn to love myself. Do you want to share either of those?
A wish for a friend. I hope my friend starts getting better and sees that recovery is worth it.
Do you want to wish for yourself?
Wish for myself. I wish to be a mermaid.
The more the mermaider. So where did you get the challenge idea from? One of the Anons who messaged me said in one of their messages, what did you do for a challenge today? Remember, challenge a day keeps the doctor away, and I really liked that idea, so kind of ran with it. Are you ever afraid that your success in treatment is temporary and that things will go back to the way they were when you were always in the hospital? Yeah, this is a huge fear of mine. Pretty much every day I wake up and I'm scared that this was all a dream and I'm still back inpatient. And I do get scared of it a lot. I've relapsed so many times. And every time I think that this is the last time, this is the last time, I'm never going to go back to that. And then things fuck up inevitably. And this last time that I've been in treatment and approaching the end of my treatment, to be honest, I didn't have a lot of hope that it would last. I don't know if even maybe this is bad to say, and I don't think they would ever say it, but I don't know if my treatment team or friends really thought maybe it would last because it's just happened so many times. I don't blame them. But here I am, 3 months out of inpatient, and I don't know. I just kind of have to, I can't see what the future is going to be, and it's not helpful for me to focus on the past and all the things I've done that I regret. So what really helps me when I'm getting down in those moments is I just say, okay, what can I do right now? Can I stop myself from relapsing right now? I can do that. And some days I have to just take it one moment at a time, 1 second at a time even. I think also that there are so many things that I'm doing now that I was never able to do that are just so much fun. And I'm really hoping that I can kind of build up this stockpile of memories of really fun things that I'm doing. We're going to go to a haunted theme park soon. And I mean, I go clubbing all the time now, totally sober, which is really hard. And I still feel really awkward when I'm dancing, but I still love it and I still do it. Taking lots of fun selfies and geocaching, going to trivia nights, all these things that I would not be able to do if I were in treatment. So that's my thing. So now Jess is going to answer some questions.
All right, this is my famous question people ask me a lot, so I'm going to answer in this video. Why do you wear a tube? I have it because I have gastroparesis. So what I have is called an NJ tube, which is a nasojejunal tube. It goes past my stomach into my small intestine because gastroparesis is when your stomach is partially or completely paralyzed, and mine is partially paralyzed. So in order to get nutrition, I need to have that as well because I don't absorb everything I need to, and lots of times if I try to eat by mouth, I end up vomiting. So I just get really malnourished without it, and it's just not good. How long will I have it in for? That is unknown right now. We're still trying different treatment options. I've had some reactions that were bad to some of the medications. I've had some allergies. So right now we're kind of stuck, but I'm trying a new medication now, and I'm on several stomach medications that if I want to try to eat a little bit, I can eat a little bit at a time by mouth just to give it a try. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not, because I'll unintentionally end up vomiting because the food will sit in my stomach and like start fermenting and forming little balls, and it won't go through to my jejunum, which is where nutrients are absorbed. So that's why it's important that I also have the tube right now, because I'm not able to eat enough by mouth. And So it's not known how long I'll have it in for. I'm hoping that we'll find something that works for me and I won't need it because I hate it. Is it emotionally easier to be tube fed than eating regularly? No. I actually hate having the tube because it's really embarrassing and it makes me stick out, and I feel like everything's just super embarrassing, and I wish that I could just join in on, like, when I'm with friends and stuff, not be the odd one out, who can't, like, be out and eating or, like, drinking a lot or eating with family and stuff like that. It's just really hard, like, emotionally to, like, be left out of those things because some of those things are, like, major parts of life. And I mean, sometimes, like, I hate eating because my eating disorder, like, kicks in and stuff, but lots of times I just wish that I had a normal stomach. Am I allowed to eat at all? I already said that. Or is everything through the tube? It depends on how well I'm tolerating things. I can do what I can tolerate, but most of it's through the tube. My top 5 reasons to recover. I'm realizing what a monster I used to be. Now, seeing it from the other side, I'm realizing that I was not a fun person to be around. And basically all I did was scare everybody and cause a lot of drama and anxiety and sadness in people's lives because I was just hurting everyone around me with me hurting myself. So I can be a better friend and a better daughter, a better sister now that I'm in recovery. 2 would be that I can actually hang out with friends and have fun, and I'm not always too sick to do everything, and I'm not in the hospital all the time. 3, I can't remember what I was saying before. So I can go back to nursing school because I want to finish that and get back to work and do what I want to do. 4, I'm a lot happier. I'm not constantly focusing on food and stuff and just constantly focusing on hating myself. I can actually go out and have a good time and think about things other than my body or stuff, just body conscious things. Like, I'm still self-conscious, like, very much so, but now I can actually enjoy myself and live in the moment. And 5, because I do not want to die.
I'm just going to share a couple of mine. My top one, or one of my top ones, just like you wanting to go back to nursing school, I really want to be a child life specialist and work with kids in hospitals. And I know I can't do that if I'm a patient in a hospital. So that's a big goal of mine. It's what I'm in school for. And another top reason for me is to watch my nieces and nephew grow up. They are really just everything to me. They're my motivation, and I always say I would do anything for them, and that means living even when all I want to do is die. So they're a big one, and my family just in general. So those are my reasons.
I was wondering, how do you pull yourself out of a relapse? For this one, it's basically, I remember the person that I was when I was fully in it and I was just not in recovery, and just how sick physically I was and mentally, and how terrible I was to everybody around me, and just how kind of selfish I was, and just how scared everyone was. And I just keep remembering, like, I don't want to be that person ever again. Like, I never want to do that to someone I care about or anybody. It's just not the person I want to be seen as. And I just remind myself why it's so much better to be getting better.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. I think I go through this a lot. I think a lot of people will romanticize what it was like to be sick. I do it too. I think everyone does it. But I would say try and remember, like, your worst day, like the worst that you, at the bottom of your well, like rock bottom, because that's what you're going back to, and it could be even worse than that, and you could die. So I would say just remind yourself of how bad it was. Strip away the romanticism, because it's not romantic being sick. It sucks, and it hurts everyone, not just yourself. And so that's one for me. Also, kind of in the same line as, like, being in the moment. I think when you're feeling like you want to relapse, again, say, okay, what can I do in this one moment? Can I just not cut for 10 seconds? Can I just not purge for 10 seconds? Maybe later, but I'll just wait 10 seconds. And then once 10 seconds is over, say, okay, I'm going to call one person. And after that, I can do it. But just call one person and talk to them. And then just keep putting it off. Keep putting it off with other things. If you can get to, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll just go to bed now. I don't need to do it right now because I can do it tomorrow. So keep putting it off. That's one thing that's helpful for me. And then hopefully eventually you get to the place where you're like, all right, that's why I don't want to relapse. So yeah, those are some things. So hopefully we can get this to upload this time.
I know.
Really hope this works, because I'm not going to record it again. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for all of your questions. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that you couldn't see us eating ice cream, but we did enjoy it. It was very good. So anyways, I want you guys to start working on this challenge thing. Jess and I will start writing a list of challenges you can do, ideas you can look through if you get stuck. But the big challenge is to do one challenge a day to keep the doctor away. So that could mean getting out of bed on a tough day, and that's all you have to do. And you can write about your challenges, or just keep them in your head, write them in your journal, whatever. But if you do write about them, tag me in the tags, Kitty in Recovery, and you can also tag it challenge a day keeps the doctor away, or recovery challenge a day, or something like that. I haven't quite figured out exactly what tags to use. But so that's it, guys. I hope you guys are having a good night and had a good day, and I will see you guys soon.